Greetings, my lovely Librans. Hey, welcome to your May reading with me. Thank you for joining. Thank you for subbing the channel, for liking the video and leaving your comments, all of which go toward the continued production of the channel. I hope you are all feeling safe and well as we move into May. Now, May portends a heavy load of planet energy in the sign of Taurus, which is a very grounded sign. It's also a sign that has opulence, it has happiness, it has feeling safe and secure, and a degree of kind of financial aptitude that follows in a positive vibe. So feel into that side of the Taurian energy if you can, and utilize the power of manifestation in your life. Now, I did a couple of psychic messages for you before we start your reading, and we're talking here about family trees, and I don't know why it feels as if we're in such a karmic timeline. It's like no matter how we try to maybe just be in the here and now, everything we seem to do is extrapolated back out down through our life, which is of course many other lifetimes, and it seems to involve our karmic intertwining through lifetimes and through our family trees or our ancestral DNA or lineage in our history. So there's something in your reading, there was also something in the Aries reading, very much about this energy still that seems to be surrounding us. So I feel a lot of people are going through purging or awakening or clearing or trying to find, freedom from entrapment or something that's happened over millennia of their soul's journeys. You've also had the message to be focused and allow yourself time to rest. Reconnect with divine source and be at one with nature. Use the powerful Taurus energy to do these things, to meditate, to rest, to rejuvenate your energy field, your mind and your body. And it says, let go of the battle. You have come a long way. So celebrate how far you've come and recognize that, instead of saying to yourself, oh, I've got so much further to go. Don't keep beating yourself up over thinking you haven't achieved something yet or arrived at an end point. Look at how far you have come. So that's a big message for you guys, Libra. Allow your successes to play the key role, not what you feel you haven't done or gained. That's really important. So with that, let's move into this reading. We'll be using these 3 different decks of cards. So this is a Morgan Greer, this is a Doreen Virtue Healing Angel deck, and this is a John Holland Spirits Messages deck. I'll put these 2 to the side and we will start with this and see what's in store for Libran air energy sign. And remember to check your moon and rising as well. Now, the thing is, the way I am selecting to do these readings is dependent on the number of views the previous uploads had from the previous month. So you guys had the 3rd highest number of viewings, so your reading is 3rd. I may not get all 12 done. I think I'm going to run out of time again. So if your moon and rising aren't actually uploaded, then focus on this one. But yeah, that's just the way it is. I'm finding this timeline incredibly busy and activated, and I can't seem to fit everything in my days lately. So let's have a look at what's coming out for you guys. The 4 of Coins, the Pentacles, the first one out, money. We talked about that with the Taurus energy. Then the big old powerful Hierophant. It's your first major arcana card. Then the Knight of Swords activated your air energy going on there. What else is coming? I'm picking a lot of red and gold up here in these first 3 cards. So those colours may be relevant for you in the month of May. The 3 of Swords, Aries have just had that out. It actually went quite deep with them and was referring possibly for some of them some sort of ancestral healing or split or division that has been going on for them. Also trauma and pain of the heart. The 2 of Wands, the Magician. Yes, I love it when he turns up. He is probably my most favourite card. Do you notice his positioning is right under the Hierophant? So we have this double whammy of powerhouse major arcanas being emphasized, so their power seems to increase even more. They're utilizing each other's energy field, and there's that red and gold color very strongly in these three cards in particular. So let's have a look at just a couple more coming out. Oh my God, strength, that was also out for Aries. It makes sense that strength is coming because it seems a Taurian energy field. We know that Taurus has a lot of strength behind them. They're the ox after all, or the bull, and it's one of the most powerful animals around. So even though this represents in essence sometimes a Leo energy, which may be playing a role in your life, or you may have a Leo rising or sun sign as well, this is about your inner strength and the strength of subtlety in life without needing anger or aggression to gain that strength. And see, we have more of the reddy golds, or the red and the gold and the yellow coming through. A nice bright color palette that you are receiving. So 3 major arcanas. These two, that goes about right. There's the 7 of Swords and the 3 of Swords, possibly 2 of the least liked cards in the whole tarot deck. I like the way they've paired themselves up. You know, when I do a reading, who knows the way the cards come out or the way they're lined up? Nothing is set with me. It's just however they end up. So it's the way kind of spirit are lining them up. So I'm thinking here there is a storyboard going on, or the cards have paired themselves up, and perhaps that gives them extra power or resources, or they're referring to the subject matter above and below them. So if we come back to where we started with the 4 of Coins, this is a card that often talks about feeling as though you don't have enough money, or you're worried about money. Maybe you're worried about a debt coming up, or if you can afford your current living circumstances, or is money coming in. But actually, if you sat back and opened your heart a little bit more in particular, and expanded your consciousness around money, or the fear that you hold around money, you would be surprised how perhaps you could manifest it, or how much you actually have, or the ability to manifest it in your life. This card in reference really is a fear of lack of money, or the fear of losing money. If we hold anything in fear, then we're never going to have it. So this is about bringing openness and awareness, and opening the heart chakra to receiving the manifestation of money. For some of you, it could be about the fact that you have got some bills coming, or you don't feel you have enough money to pay for them. So juggling money, because this is the 2 of Wands down here, which can be about bringing balance into situations and juggling things like maybe finance. This could be part and parcel of the month for you. It could be a subtle warning about taking care of your finances, or your physical things that you have, or your possessions. The 2 of Wands, however, is often about looking into our creativity and our career sector. I have seen both of these cards turn up when people can attend interviews and sometimes be offered a job, and sometimes this job is not where they live. It can be overseas, or in a different state, or maybe even a totally different career sector or career field. So there's that possibility with these 2 cards here as well. This can be ideas, concepts, working with a partnership, because that is a different hand that is sitting there. So people giving you ideas on your move forward, like a promotion, or a career change, or a new job that's coming for you, or someone that you have to work with and partner up with. This card can sometimes mean an inheritance coming, or money that is loaned to you through someone who has a heart connection to you. So it might be a family member, it could be a friend, someone who loans you a little bit of money one way or another, and that's another possibility. So they're both positive cards. They offer a great positivity in terms of letting go of doubt, teaming up with other people, having creative ideas, being open to new perspectives and dynamic, and opening yourself up. The Hierophant and the Magician. The Hierophant holds 2 fingers up, if you see. I might just move this down a little bit more for you guys. So the Hierophant is all about doing things right. And those are his 2 fingers up there, and we had the number 2 here. So technically they're touching each other on the diagonal. So 2 could be very representative for you in the month of May. So look around at what 2 might represent. Is it a partnership? Is it an alliance? Does it mean bring balance into a situation? However, the Hierophant is our kind of legal guide. Oh, and there's the 2 keys as well underneath. He's the legal guidance maker in life. He doesn't like to do things wrong. So he's asking to follow protocol and not step out of the boundaries at this time. This can be in reference to things like signing contracts or obligations that you have tethered yourself to. Now, these obligations may be past ancestral ones or past lifetimes that might be coming back in a karmic manner. And it might be that he's saying, don't break free right now, or, you know, carry on. You're nearly there in terms of relieving some ancestral or karmic heaviness. I don't know why I'm saying that, but he is often associated with a church, like he's like a priest almost. So that's about spirituality, and it can be associated with life and death, and that comes into the whole past lifetime issue again. But underneath we have this paradox happening. We have the beautiful Magician, and he has the number 8 above his head. That's the never-ending cycle of life. It's the returning life, karma, life, you know, many lifetimes. So he's also here, but he's the opposite of the Hierophant. He's saying this is time to create magic, to bring in alchemy, to turn something, a process that was gold into silver, but that's just a metaphoric for it. The alchemy is changing a situation or changing something out to create magic, to bring it to life, to make it more potent, more powerful, to make it successful. And when the Magician comes up, there is magic in the air. This is a time when things can be changed, transmuted, moved, altered. Freedom, in particular, I think of freedom with the Magician. But again, it requires your attention and your work and your dedication in listening to the messages and seeing them as they come through. So maybe the Hierophant, with his stiffness and sobriety up the top and his formal request to follow the rules, might be half of the message. And the Magician is saying, look for the magic in the situation and apply it, and figure out how you can change your life and make it freer by following the rules of the Hierophant, but doing it with the purpose of magic in mind. That's a very convoluted message that's coming in there. Some of you won't understand what I'm saying. Some of you might get it at the higher subconscious level. Some of you may get it in the dream spaces. You might find answers. Some of you, when you astral travel at night, when you're asleep, your soul may be doing the work for you, and a freeing up may take place, and strength will come in for you. And it could be a strength of emotions or physicality or health, because oftentimes these karmic journeys we're on are deployed in the health that we have in this timeline. We bring issues from previous lives with us, and they manifest in health issues here in this timeline, especially familial family health issues, things like cancers, heart diseases, thyroid conditions, epilepsies, mental health issues, skin issues in particular, like psoriasis, like eczema. A lot of these things have come through many family lines, lineage, karma, DNA, ancestral. So some of these things have an ability to be cleared at this point in time through energies like this that are allowing it to happen. And as I say, sometimes you'll get it, you'll feel it, you'll do it, you'll understand it, but other times it can be happening at the subtle energy level. You may wake up one day and feel better health-wise, or a health spectrum may have altered. Something about you may have changed and you can't quite put your finger on it. But whatever it is, it's quite powerful. I feel there's a lot of power around at the moment for us individually and collectively, and a lot of it is subtle energy waves. It's traveling through the airwaves like your sign. So it's not necessarily grounded like the Taurian energy. It's available, and we have to pluck it out of thin air like the magician. So sometimes it's us doing the work, and other times it's delivered to us. But it changes a lot at many different layers and levels of our being and our awareness and our journey forward, especially. If we come here, the Knight of Swords and the Strength, again, a little bit of a paradox. He's very angry and he's full of vitriol, and he's the aggressor. He wants to go out fighting, and he often uses words or power of the mind, his sharpness, which is what Librans have as well. But underneath we have this beautiful, placid, gentle, feminine energy holding on to the Leo lion with no tethers, no ropes, nothing. Just her inner calm and resolution and peacefulness and sated energy calming the Leo the lion, and he's sitting in her arms. He's not that happy about it, but he's accepting, and she's not overtly controlling him. So there's something in here about regaining strength, or regaining your words, or being able to speak up with the intellectual strength without abuse or harm or hurting another. If you were going to do it that way, don't deploy this strength. Think twice before you speak. Now we're coming to this part, which is the least positive in the reading in terms of what it might represent. There's several ways we can look at this. This Three of Swords can often refer to three people. So this can be friends, it can be family members, it can be your intimate relationship, and three people are involved. This can mean that communication is required, but again, good, stealthy communication, not aggressive, not going in there off tit, and screaming and yelling and abusing and telling people that, yeah, you did this and I can see that and this is happening. And it's about this, having the strength to see what's going on, to say, right, let's sit down. This needs to be talked through. We need to communicate about what is happening. If that is done, resolution can be made with the Three of Hearts, and then you don't necessarily have to go through a final pain or trauma. It can be eased. It can be worked through with logic and power and diplomacy. However, sometimes when this card turns up, it is a sign that things are moving on and some relationships will go. It's like you get to the stage where you go, I've had enough. I'm not dealing with this anymore. It can represent cheating, lies, deceit, and this card definitely does. Some of you may find out that somewhere, whether it was your intimate personal relationship or a group of people, it could be at work, it could be in your community, it could be within your family, somewhere there has been some cheating or deceit or something go on. Now this could be trauma related, again to what I said before, still karmic energy, still past lifetime stuff coming up, but it could be creating pain and trauma now. This could also represent a heart that has been through trauma before, emotional suffering, relationship pressures or stresses. It could also be a physical heart condition that you need to have seen to. It might be that some of you end up with an operation to do with that part of the body, the heart, the lungs or the chest. It may be that some of you need to go and have that area of the body checked out fully at the medical level. So go and do that if you need to. I love to put a heart on that red heart to cover it and to help bring in the healing energies. We come to the Seven of Swords. He's a liar, a cheater, an aggressor. He's doing things underhand. He often does it in the cover of night. He's a deceiver. He is taking 5 of those swords and leaving 2 behind. So he is shattering some sort of union or group or covenants. Now, he could be someone you know. He might be someone you don't know. He could be yourself. Right? So there's so many different aspects this person could be. If you are thinking of doing something that you know you shouldn't, you should stop, because he gets caught. He is usually always found out. Something is opened up about the activities that he does. So think twice about things. If you're doing something that you think could be painful or traumatic to someone else, stop now. There's a warning when this card comes in. There could be someone around you like him who could be wanting to take something from you. It could be money. It could be personal security information. It could be bank account stuff. So when he turns up, I say to everyone, be careful of your security. Do double checks on passwords. Don't give information out. If you are internet dating, and this is possibly more so for women than men, be very, very careful of who you meet. There are a lot of charlatans out there, a lot of creepy, yucky people, and they pretend to be, you know, oh, I love you and all the rest of it, and they seem nice. Watch it. Watch it big time. That's it. There's nothing actually very nice to say about him. Yeah. Let's finish with those ones there. We will do a quick pull from these cards for Librans for this month of May. It's quite an intense reading. I think a lot of the readings are intense. You've got Archangel Raphael, who will support healing with you in any healing work. So if some of you are moving into the healing modalities, call upon Raphael. Also, if you have an area of your life that you would like healing to be brought into, such as the heart or heart trauma, whether it's physical, emotional or spiritual, whether there's any other aspect of your life, call upon Raphael. He is truly a beautiful healing angel, and he often works in the subtle energy colours of the greens. And it is interesting that I had bought the green in, the green heart, because I often put a pink heart on there. But the more greens we bring in for you at this point in time, the more healing energy you might experience through the catharsis of this reading in front of you. I'm just bringing in all the green crystals that I can see on my table, various different colours of them, to deploy some beautiful warm green activation of the heart chakra, of the energy of love, of peace, of calm. That even is green. We'll put it on him. I think that's probably Cryospace, and this beautiful green heart as well. So you are now surrounded in the green energy. And of course, without me thinking too hard, this next card was crystals. The energy of crystals supports you and helps your present situation. And I have just grabbed as many crystals in the green subtle energy field as I could for you to bring in the healing of the heart energy. So wow, that's like a powerhouse of energy that is just happening right there for you right now. And with the Raphael healing as well. So that is truly beautiful, that energy field that's opening up for you guys. So enjoy that healing energy that's coming through the camera right now. I'm using these cards, which are the John Holland Spirit Messages. I'm just shuffling them to the side, letting you look at that lovely green energy. I love green. Blue is my favourite colour, but green is the next. It's so calming and soothing and earth related, the green of the trees and nature. I have another green I see over here. I'm going to put it in and add it, and another green and a piece of malachite. I don't know why I didn't see those. Still adding them for you, still increasing that green. Here's another one. and even my beautiful big cryoscolia heart. I'm just adding to your green supplement here. Feel that energy. This is for Libra for May 2021. What is in store for them? That one is a support. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life. Oh, that's beautiful. That's the cycle of coming and going, giving, nurturing, support, but also the lessons we learn. And this Seven of Swords in the background may very well be a lesson that you are experiencing right now for one reason or another. You also have people around you that are in your life forever. So some of you might have beautiful support from either family members or friends who are very much forever. Dream talk. Your subconscious constantly and subtly speaks through your dreams. Is just one of the many ways in which your soul and those here in the spirit world can reach out and communicate with you through signs, symbols, messages, and more. So be aware of the activation of dreams in your life, and also the clarity and the messages that can be brought in from those, as well as the ideas and creativity that can arise from the dream space and the dream concepts. Sometimes as well we go a little bit further than dreaming, and it becomes astral travel or soul work that is done at those higher levels. There's a reaching out card. It says we know you're reaching out right now for help due to a current situation. Support is as much about the physical act of accepting help where offered as it is about the emotional benefits and learning that it is truly okay to accept support however it's presented to you. So again, I get the feeling you have got energy around you, and some of this may be passed over energy. Some of it may be spiritual and in terms of celestial workers or angelic helpers or spirit guides or past friends or family members who are here to support you as well, and they are in the spirit world and with you. And we again see this green energy all around that heart or thorax level. So there's a possibility that that's that Raphael energy healing again. So love and compassion and support for you if you have suffered any pain or trauma in the heart area. And it may be that you have lost someone who's very dear or special to you as well, and you may feel their presence, and you may feel it in the dream time space and know that their support is there with you. And then there was one last card, and it was called Cleanse. Cleanse your body, mind and soul, and they're urging you to take time out for some much needed cleansing. Now, what was your message at the beginning? Oh, we talked a lot about family trees, which was your first message. And then it said be focused, allow time to rest and reconnect with divine source, be at one with nature, let go of the battle, you've come a long way. And it says take some time out for much needed cleansing. Just as you wash your car, clean the house or tidy your office, your body also needs care and attention. It's time for some spiritual, emotional and physical cleansing. So plenty of beautiful messages that have arrived for you here, Libra, with the different decks that have been used. I see over here a predominantly bluey, orangey colour field coming through. You may wish to use that energy colour field as well in the month of May. The blue is the throat chakra and the orange is the sacral chakra, whether those parts of your body need activating or opening up to or cleansing or clearing as well. And then of course we've had this beautiful green catharic healing energy through here. So I will just use this gorgeous heart chakra Tibetan bowl to just activate these crystals so that they can merge up through the video and into your presence while you are listening to this. May the healing essence of the divine green and Raphael flow through this to the Libran energy and the people watching the video. May they feel the power of love, harmony and balance through the divine, bringing peace and harmony. So a beautiful reading for you guys. I hope you have really enjoyed the messages that came. Also the gorgeous crystals that arrived for you, that crystal energy, Raphael, the healing that's coming within the reading, and the background support that you have got from many different realms. The reach out, the support is there for you. You know, you will see it and hear it and feel it at many different levels. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for subbing the channel. I love it when you leave your comments. I wish you all a wonderful May ahead. Much love, everyone. Namaste.